Chapter 30, Forever. Then the most marvellous thing happened. Jemima caught Ned in her arms. "Oof!" she exclaimed. "Ned, I'm so pleased I found you." Now face to face, Ned saw she had tears in her eyes. Slime landed a little way off in the forest. Thud! It began rolling over towards them through the tall trees. "Why were you crying, Jemima?" asked Ned. "I was worried about you," she replied, holding her little brother in her arms. "Me?" The boy couldn't believe his ears. "Yes, you! I'm so sorry I made you run away from home." "Well, you were always so beastly to me." "I know, but I never wanted you to run away. When you did, I realized how much I—" "You what?" asked Ned. Was Jemima really going to say it? "Like you." "I thought you were going to say love." "Let's stick with like right now," replied Jemima. "Like is good," exclaimed Ned. "You're my little brother and I should be looking after you, not playing horrid tricks on you." "Thank goodness for that," said Ned. "But why were you hiding out here in the forest?" "Since dawn I have been looking all over the island for you. The forest was the last place I looked. I broke down because night was falling and I thought you were gone. Forever." By this time Slime had rolled all the way over to the pair. "Trundle, trundle, trundle." "Hello," said Slime. "Ah!" screamed Jemima. "It talks!" "There's no need to scream," reassured Ned. "I am perfectly friendly," said Slime. "You did boot me up the bottom," said Jemima. "Oh, yes," replied Slime. "Sorry about that." "I deserved it," she said. "But what are you?" "I am Slime." Jemima lifted up her hand and touched this strange creature. "Yes, you do feel very, very slimy," she remarked. "Slime was made when I mixed together all those disgusting things you had collected in jars," added Ned. Jemima's eyes fell. "So you found out about my little plan?" "Yes, I did," replied Ned. "Oh no," she said. "Oh yes, but because of all that I have made a new friend and had the most marvellous adventure." "Well, that's something, I guess." "Where have you been?" she asked. "Flying all over the island," replied Slime. We have been righting wrongs." "Well, I would like to right a wrong," began the girl. "Ned, I am sorry." The boy smiled and wrapped his arms around his sister. "Come with us," said Ned. "Let's take one last flight." "Me?" said Jemima. "Yes, you," said the boy. He took his sister by the hand. "One last time around the island. Please, Slime." "With pleasure," replied Slime. It scooped up the pair and took to the sky. This time it changed into a great slimy dragon. Ned and Jemima held onto each other as they sat on its back, its wings flapping below them. Chapter 31, The Final Flight. So this is the last chapter of Slime. Together Ned and Jemima flew over Mulch. They flew over the school where the pupils were all streaming out of the building, laughing and joking. The children waved up to the three in the sky. "Thank you, Ned," they cried. The boy beamed and waved back. Next they flew over the park. To Ned's surprise, a group of kids were playing football on the grass. The boy beamed. "Thank you," he called back. Then they flew over the toy shop. Nearby, a gaggle of children were out playing with their new toys. "Ned, you are the best," they shouted up. Flying astride the dragon, the boy did a little bow. I've got a really cool brother," remarked Jemima. "Get used to it," said Ned. "Haha." The pair chuckled as they flew over their mother's fish market stall and waved to her. "Mum, look, we're up here." The woman fainted and fell into a tray of fish. As well you might faint if you saw your children flying on the back of a dragon made of slime, or a slime-agon. Ned and Jemima swooped over their father's fishing boat that was just coming into port. "Dad, look!" The man nearly tumbled off his boat into the sea. "Oops," said Ned. Another boat was heading out of port. It was a prison ship. All the horrid grown-ups, Wrath, the Envies, Pride, Sloth, and the Gluttons were all locked in cages on the deck. They rattled the bars and screamed at the sky. "Well, we'll get you for this," they cried. "So long, suckers," called out the boy. "Ha ha," laughed Jemima. And she, Ned and Slime, soared high up above the clouds. Finally, they flew towards the sun as it set on the most extraordinary day Mulch had ever seen. Zoom! Jemima held tight to her brother, wrapping her arms around his chest. The boy looked over his shoulder and smiled. No words were necessary. Eventually, the three returned to the clearing in the forest, landing at the spot where they had left Ned's wheelchair. Slime turned back into its usual blobby self. "Whoa!" exclaimed Jemima, her face beaming with joy. "I know, right?" replied Ned. "Wow! So my little brother is some kind of superhero now?" Ned chuckled. "Ha ha, I guess so. But you know what? I don't want to be a superhero. I just want to be me." With that, the boy slipped off Slime for the last time and back into his wheelchair. "That's better," said Ned. "Not nearly so slimy." "Well," began Slime, "it seems as if my work here is done. I will bid you both a fond farewell." The two children hugged the great slimy blob. "Thank you, Slime. We will never forget you," said Ned. "I will go and find some other children who might need naughty pranks played on grown-ups." "Lucky them," said Ned. "Look after each other." "We will," said the pair in unison. With that, Slime changed into thousands of little blobs. These little blobs flew up past the trees and into the sky. There they floated for a few moments before darting off in all directions over the sky. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Soon, Slime would be in the hands of children all over the world. Children